Now, the issue is, how long shall this injustice continue? How long will this wickedness, shared wickedness, orchestrated, targeted at the Igbo people, how long will it be allowed to continue? Now, this is what is happening. The Chief Judge of the High Court, Federal High Court, reassigned Nnamdi Kanu's case to another judge in continuation of the trial. But this is what the judge has to say. It is quite interesting. The judge reassigned the case of Nnamdi Kanu, stepped down. These are his position. If other judges has given a verdict after a due diligence and studying of reviewing of that case, discharged and acquitted Nnamdi Kanu, that his extraordinary rendition was wrong. Now, what do they want him to do as a judge? Why should he preside over the case? If the federal government failed to adhere to the verdict or the rule of law or the position of the court, 6-man panel that was set to review the case, and eventually they come out with their position, which discharged and acquitted Nnamdi Kanu, then what do they expect him to do? The Justice John Tisoko, the new judge assigned to Nnamdi Kanu's case, has quit. He said Kanu was brought back to Nigeria from Kenya illegally. These are his position. And because of that, he can't judge the case without going against his own beliefs. The judge pointed out that other judges before him has ordered Kanu's release, but the government ignored them. If they didn't listen to those orders, why would they listen to mine? That is what the position of the judge is. He went further to say, he added that Nigeria must follow its own laws, and that keeping Kanu locked up without a good reason is wrong. Not just for Nigeria, but for the whole world. Do you get it? I won't ruin my name by touching this case, Justice Tisoko said. Okay, it is clear what is right, and I won't let this mess up my reputation. People always remember justice. Humanity has a long memory when it comes to justice, and I will not risk standing with a matter so transparently flawed. Wow, this is quite interesting. Justice John Tisoko has quit, of course, from taking up the case against Nnamdi Kanu, citing that if the other judges' orders were flawed, were ignored, transparently flawed, rejected by the federal government, what did they exactly want him to do with this case? That is quite clear. He said again that I won't ruin my name by touching this case. I won't ruin my name by touching this case. So what else do they want him to do? It is quite clear and very interesting. Perhaps the judges or the chief judge might reassign another person to take over the case. This is quite interesting. Why are people or judges keep turning down the case? Why are they turning down the case? When the case is being reassigned to the judges, they turn it down. But Justice John Tisoko was able to sum up, he said, I won't ruin my name by touching this case. He said, it is clear what is right, and I won't let this mess up my reputation. People always remember justice. Humanity has a long memory when it comes to justice, and I will not risk staining my with a matter so transparently flawed. Cure ED. That is quite interesting. Now, with this strong message passed, what else? Let me hear from you. What else? Of course. What other argument is left, if not a transparently flawed system that encourages injustice and lack of transparency, honesty, and equity? In the same line, according to Sahara reporters, the transport minister or minister of transportation diverted $3 billion railway projects designated for the Southeast to Gombe for political reasons. A project assigned to be done in southeastern parts of the country was diverted to Gombe. Do you see that? People using their influence to usurp, to rob the eastern people. Where on earth could this happen? In the same country, people are being denied and defranchised, and you still call them one Nigeria without honesty, transparency, and sincerity of purpose. People are just pursuing after their own selfish interests and nothing else. How could you divert a project running into $3 billion meant for the southeastern region to Gombe? The North have enjoyed so much, and yet would want to deprive and strip off the southeastern people whatever opportunity they have to experience development after the bloody civil war that led to the death of more than 5 million people. I saw a video in S-Handle where children were starved to death. They were malnourished because of this unnecessary war. Is unnecessary war, and this war is taking unusual dimension today. The oppression, the subjugation of the Igbo people. This is just a very clear. According to him, he said he cannot risk his own reputation, staining his own name and reputation with a matter so transparently flawed. Well, let's have your own take with this development, and what, with all this development, what do you think will be running through an average Igbo man if we are to be the one deprived, denied of your rights and privileges to the point of subjugation, oppression, and intimidation that was not even hidden, or there was no pretense about that? Why should I try Nnamdi Kanu? Why, you know that his extraordinary rendition was illegal, in contradiction with the position of the Nigerian law and international recognized laws bordering on extradition and the liberty of movements. His fundamental right of movement was infringed upon, and yet you have to detain him for close to 5 years. Even with the same illegality, compounding the situation. Well, let's have your own take regarding this development and the way forward. What, of course, could be the way if Justice John Tisoko has stepped down from continuing with the case. It means it's a win-win for Nnamdi Kanu and the indigenous people of Biafra. Justice is speaking. You can't continue the oppression of a people because of your sheer hatred, and you want them to be part of the same country. You are lying. You're a joke. You must be crazy if you think that way. Very crazy.